Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Burntlumpia.
And this is Rosethorn Mage.
Today we're going to do something a little bit different because I lost all of the audio commentary for this video and we got to record a new one. So we're going to do that, but we're also going to add this art track on top of the video.
Yay, drawing
So
session.
this is just me drawing the avatars that we use at the beginning of our videos. So I hope you guys enjoy that, and I hope you enjoy this playthrough. And we'll just have this conversation for you too. So here we go. Kana Bridge of Spirits. Well, Rose. This is actually the section of the game right after the first episode we did. So you actually haven't seen anything new before the last time I talked to you about this game and this time.
I was going to say that's good because that way I'm not missing out on any story.
Yeah, so you won't miss out on any story. Right now, we're supposed to be heading into the village because Saiya and Beni told us that they were going to be there, and we're supposed to help them find Taro. So this is just the way to their village.
Oh, very nice. Still gorgeous.
Yeah.
All the plants and everything.
This is actually, I think, so far in the game, even from the future parts that I play later in other playthroughs, that little trail that goes down the hill is my favorite trail so far.
Just because of all the forest trees and stuff? Or?
To me, it looks so real, and it looks like you could actually be there.
Nice.
So this is a village. All the houses are
Ow.
defended by these red barriers, which you cannot touch. If you notice, when Kana touches the barrier, she loses a little bit of health. And there's corruption everywhere.
I like how in the drawing session you've already moved off from like the blue pencil rough sketch to starting your lines.
Oh, I mean,
It's like it's all ready.
When you watch the whole thing, it is basically a bunch of onion skins of the same thing. So I'm just gonna draw over and over and over.
Ah,
It's just layer on top of layer of sketches.
very cool.
That's just how I use Photoshop. I never really go and learn more things. The same things I know in Photoshop are the same things I know in Photoshop from
What,
I
like
don't
middle
know.
school?
Yeah, from 10 or more years ago. Because I think I used to use Photoshop 7 or something like that.
Whoa.
And I
don't remember the first one I used.
back in the day, right? Well, we just didn't have. Right now I'm using an older Cintiq because it's 2021 now. I think my Cintiq is from 2015 or so, or like 2016, something like that. So it's old.
If it works, it works.
For technology standards. You know, it's been over 5 years, so it's old.
If it works, it works.
But you know, back in the day when I first started doing digital art, I had an Intuos at least. So when I started Photoshop, I made sure I had a tablet to work on. So I had an Intuos. You had one too, right, Rose?
I think I did. I don't remember really. It took me like a really long time before I could start drawing on a tablet. Most of the time I was drawing with the mouse, which sucks.
Well, here's something new in the game. They give you the hat cart, which is as far as I
this is
can
when
tell,
you get it. Okay.
as far as I've been in the game, which is just up until the point you find Taro, is about there. That's all I can see you can do for aesthetic things for the little rots.
Still very cute.
Yeah.
Just seeing if I was watching the game properly. Were you like getting corruption flowers and it was opening other corruption flowers so you could get them, or
in that
was
that
there, like,
section of the
sequence to it?
village, there's a in the middle of that little area, there's a death zone bloom in the middle.
That's what it's called. I
then
said
there
rock flower,
are-
didn't I? That's not the same
And
thing.
then there are 3 other ones that are placed around the map that you have to go and find.
I like the party noise that happens every time you go on
Yeah.
party hat.
I'm not sure if this is how it's supposed to work, but when you go and find a hat cart, you always get a new hat from it. It unlocks the ability to buy a new hat. But whenever I have gone into there, it gives you a message that says you can buy this hat, but then it's not there. So you have to leave the cart and then go back in, and then it will be there.
Well, that's a good thing to know.
Well, I don't know if
Otherwise,
it's
it'd be
always
really
like that.
frustrating.
It's like you said you're giving me a hat, but where is it?
Right? Like, that's frustrating to be like, oh, you're giving me this. Where is it? What are you talking about? Like that?
Yeah. But anyways, we were talking about that section. So there's the main death zone bloom in the middle. Then there are 3 around, inside, or on one of the buildings. So I think in this video I looked around and I had already seen the one that's inside, but I didn't go to it right away. It's inside this building actually.
So you get like the 3 small ones and then you can get the big one in the middle?
Yeah.
Got it. Nifty.
In the avatar drawing that I'm doing, I did basically just draw Kana's costume. But I just drawed it very simply. There's just not all the details are there. And then also the staff, I just did I freestyled it. That's not her staff. I just drew something similar.
As long as it's got like branches and a crystal, then it's close enough.
Yeah. I will have another drawing or another art. I keep
Session?
wanting to, session. I keep wanting to say tutorial, but I'm not teaching anything here.
Another art session.
Another art session that has the avatar I drew for Rose. So generally when we make our avatars for our videos, whoever is kind of in charge of the series is the one drawing the avatar. So for all the Kana stuff, I'm drawing all the avatars. And at this point in time, in real life, I've already finished the burnt avatar and the rose avatar, and they've been colored with just base colors. It's just flat color.
That's cool though.
So I still have to draw a Metalk one, which I'm thinking, I mean, you've already seen the beginning of the video, so the burnt avatar is Kana, and the rose avatar is a rot spirit with just Rose's hair and horns. And then my plan for the Metalk one is to draw something that looks kind of like Rusu. So it's a guy in a cloak, and he's
The
holding
mask.
a wooden mask or something like that.
That's pretty cool. He's gonna have cat ears like poking out of his cloak.
Cat ears. In this point of time too, today's the 29th of September, and we're releasing this video on YouTube on Friday, which is the 1st of October. So by tomorrow, which will be tomorrow will be the 30th of September, but I've been working on a different series for the Aliens Fireteam Elite video game, and I've just finished the 2 of the avatars in there. I'm very proud of it because it's I like the idea of it.
So go check out that video. Go check out that video.
Sure, I wasn't gonna say that, but I just wanted to put in your mind that I drew Metalk as a colonial marine, and then I drew myself. I drew the burnt avatar as an alien, as a xenomorph. But the pompadour is the alien part, and you can still see my face. So it's just like he's wearing an alien haircut. I just really like the idea.
Yeah.
This is where they introduced these cursed chests in the game. So you see, by the hat cart, there was a blue chest, so you can get regular treasures out of there. But the red chest will always have a challenge associated with it before you can open it. So this one is just to defeat 7 enemies. And right here, I'm trying to learn how to parry because I haven't figured out the timing of it. So that's why I'm just trying to use my shield and getting hit because I'm just failing. But there you go. We beat the 7 enemies, and the treasure chest turns blue, and then we can have whatever's inside, which I think is a hat. It's not a hat. It's just a bunch of crystals. Which I don't know if there will be more things later. I just wish there were more things to spend the crystals on, because you get thousands of crystals, but most of the hats cost 10 until you get specific masks and stuff. You'll get Rusu's hat and Taro's hat, I think. Or did I say hat? Rusu has a mask. You get Rusu's mask. You get the Saiya mask. Or I think they call it the sibling mask. So it's the mask. They both have the same mask, I guess. And those things cost a few hundred at the least. But you know, you get thousands, but all the hats cost 10.
Maybe
I just feel like I want to be able to spend the crystals. But that's fine.
Who knows? Maybe you'll get something really expensive that shows up later in the game, and you'll be like, "Why did I spend all my crystals?"
It's gonna be 1,000 crystals for a Kana mask.
Who knows?
Or
Maybe.
Kana haircut hat.
Aw, clovers. That's cute.
Clovers. I only buy one of every hat. I do like to
Taro this
see.
way? The barrier's blocking.
The rots being unique.
I like them to be unique, but I also think of them as the ones with the hats are like their lieutenants.
That's
So
cute.
They're a different ranking of rot for some reason don't have hats because I guess they're the lesser rots, which is not true. But
That is a cute idea, though. Like, these are my lieutenants. They
yeah,
form the troops.
I always like doing that in my videos. I'm testing out the water
Whoa.
here. I did it on purpose to see what happens when you jump in the corrupted water. You die.
I love these, like, nature shrine looks.
Actually, I didn't really pay attention to this shrine when I went through here the first time, or any of the times I played through. I kind of just breezed through. But now that I'm looking at it, there's that blue mask on the main shrine there. It looks like the mask you see when you level up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess it does.
The rots
I find-
seem quite fond of you.
Whoa, who's this dude?
They're usually timid.
They said his name already. I forgot what it is. I'm sure he'll say it.
Something tells me you did not come to our village looking for forest creatures.
Hello, spirit. I seek passage to the sacred mountain shrine.
Our village is bound to the shrine's energy, but that power faded long ago. Trapped spirits linger here.
There are a lot of masks on the trees here, too.
You must help
That's
these
fine.
spirits if you wish to reach the mountain shrine.
On my way, I met 2 children. They asked me to help free a boy named Taro.
I'm not surprised that Beni and Saiya found you. They are clever children and would do anything for their brother.
Oh.
We have always crafted wooden masks to honor those who have passed on. Placed here, the masks slowly turn to dust, aiding the spirit's journey into the next life.
I mean, that's basically the
father was a
explanation from the
spirit
very beginning of the game.
Our traditions are different.
That they...
He helped
Move
many
on?
spirits pass from
Yeah,
this
yeah.
life to the
The
next.
beginning, there's a
So
little
you know what happens to spirits unable to
introductory speech that they do. Or it's just something to read at the very beginning. It's the very first thing that you see in the game.
It is
Aw.
bound to his spirit and will help you fulfill your promise to the children.
That was cute. I was gonna say before he started talking so much,
Their brother's fate will be difficult for them
Yeah.
to understand.
it's hard to like listen to what he's saying and talk at the same time.
So you don't
But
have to listen to him.
I know, but I want to listen to him because I don't know the story yet. But the blue mask on there, there's 2 like guardian statues as you go into the shrine area that look like full body ones of those kind of things. I think I kind of missed it because it was quick, but they are sitting on either side of like the entrance to the shrine, just like a lot of Japanese culture shrines do, where they have the 2 guardian statues.
Yeah.
So I think they were antlered, so I'm assuming they're like the blue mask, but... Oh, what's that? Is that
We're gonna
another
walk
like,
over there and
wolf
find out.
statue?
Eventually.
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 Oh, I think it might have been a dog. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know if you noticed too, in the art session in there, everything is sped up. I don't draw this fast. So I don't know if you noticed. That video is actually, I'm sure that is close to 40 minutes or an hour to do something like this. Just to do the sketch and then the inking.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
And then yours was really easy because it's just like drawing a fuzzy chicken nugget. With arms and legs and hair.
I'm a fuzzy chicken nugget. Okay, thank you.
There's no fur on it, so it's actually, I just drew like the shape of a chicken nugget. Or I guess if you're talking about McDonald's, it's more of Grimace. It's the shape of Grimace, but maybe more upside down. Or wait, maybe not. I forget. I'd have to look at it again.
Yeah, it's still cute.
Anyways, it is October coming up.
Oh yeah,
So-
you were in the middle of like saying like the date, but you didn't.
I mean, it was just to give context of when I drew the avatars, really. So
I
I drew
see.
these avatars before the 29th, and then I finished the alien avatars this morning, the 29th. So there you go.
Oh, so cute.
Couple days, couple drawings, which also segues into this October thing I was gonna mention.
It's just
'Cause in
stuck under a
October-
rock.
In October, people do Inktober.
Inktober.
So I haven't done an Inktober, but you've done Inktober before, and my brother has done Inktober before. Was it last year that you did Inktober, or the year before?
I think it was the year before. I
Year
don't think I did
before.
anything for 2020
'Cause
because
you
it was
did,
2020.
Inktober, you did, the last time I remember, you carried around a small box of these cards, which the size of them, I imagine they're like the size of Clow cards in real life, right? They're
Yeah,
kind
I
of
guess
long
so.
tarot card kind of shaped cards.
Like a long, big tarot card kind of size.
Yeah, so I thought it was pretty neat that you did it that way. They were physical drawings using regular mediums, and they were in this little pack of cards.
Yeah, I made it so they all matched like borders and everything, and then I had like the prompt word underneath and like a little banner, and I actually made a box for them.
Yeah, there's a box.
Like I custom made a box for them is what I mean. Like it wasn't just I found a box and put them in. I custom made a box for them.
Yeah. Do you remember what the theme was for that one?
So if I remember right, Inktober, they put out a list and it's very, very random. Like-
Isn't there an overarching theme?
No, not at all.
Not that one.
Not the official Inktober. Like if you look up Inktober and look at the prompt list, they're very random.
Well, yeah, the one that we're looking at this year is just a bunch of words.
I mean, that's what it is every year.
Oh, I just assumed there's an overarching theme
Hey, is that
in
Taro's
Inktober.
mask? Did Zaju give
Because
it
I
to
know
you?
the last one that my brother did, we talked to, I think they called it Mermaid. So it was the same thing, but everything had mermaids in all the drawings.
So like the name implies, mermaid, you have to do mermaids. Like Witchtober, you're supposed to do witches.
Yeah, this year the one we looked at is called Witchtober. So I thought you were supposed to draw witches.
Yeah. But Inktober, it's as long as it's in ink, it doesn't matter what it is.
Oh, what? That's the point? Is to draw it in
With ink.
with real ink?
Like that's what they say. The like point is to do an inking thing.
Oh.
But that's why we're not doing Inktober.
Well,
That's-
we'll just do Inktober-esque things. I didn't know that's the point of it.
Yeah, that was the point of it. So like,
Well, I'm sorry. I'm gonna draw it all on my Cintiq.
well, that's why people like doing things like Witchtober because that's not specifically ink. It's specifically witches.
Yes. I mean, it's mine's digital ink.
I mean,
It would be,
there's
oh,
an
it would be
argument for
ink
that.
when I print it out with ink.
That's an argument too. Like you could say that too. Like it doesn't have to be traditional. Like they even specify like if you want to do it digital, that's fine. The point is to draw every day.
Yeah.
So I think
get
ink
it.
just has this like permanence where people aren't gonna do this like I have to erase every couple seconds.
I have this funny
You know?
story from elementary school. So I had a friend in elementary school, and we used to take the bus together. And one day I saw that she's always writing in journals, but one day I noticed that she was putting glue everywhere on her pages. And I asked her, why are you covering it with glue? And she said, oh, so that the pencil doesn't get removed from the page.
Oh,
As
she's
if
like sealing
she's
it.
like laminating it with glue.
That's actually sort of interesting. Like a decoupage thing.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, in my mind, I didn't say it to her at all, ever, but in my mind, I was like, why don't you just use a pen? Why don't you just use something that doesn't erase?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Well, I'm sure there's probably like drawings and stuff in there. Some people only like to draw with pencil.
But you know what I mean? There is a permanence to ink that you just don't get with pencil.
Yeah, I had never drawn with only pen. I used to, when I drew, I used to have to draw it in pencil first, then I would use inks until I got into high school. But then I would start just using ballpoint pens or whatever's around, and I would just use those straight off, which I had never done before until that point. Just too scared to draw
Yeah.
without planning out.
Yeah. I mean, there's a fear, I think, for a lot of artists when they first start with pens, because you're like, I can't erase. What am I going to do if I mess up? But because of that, like, permanence, there's a lot of, like, really pretty instantaneous improvisational things that you can't get with pencil.
Here's a new thing in the game, though. So you can't see it because of the drawing, but it's explaining what spirit mail is. It's called spirit mail. So you find those glowing bags everywhere. Not everywhere, but they're hidden away. You find them, and it's called spirit mail because you're going to deliver it to someone here in the village. And if you notice on all the houses, they have a little mailbox looking thing, which you'll see here. Each of the houses have this little mailbox, and you deliver the spirit mail, and it unlocks the barrier. And then
kinda
inside
cool.
the house, or somewhere around the house, you can see right there on the left, there are a bunch of red spirits that are going to fight you. Whenever you unlock
no.
a house, there's going to be some kind of challenge or a puzzle to do. The only ones I can remember are fighting things.
Wait, oh
I'm also just a very lazy gamer nowadays, so I was just thinking about how I fight it. It's very sloppy, and I don't really learn things quickly anymore. I mean, I used to be very proud of playing well in games. I used to play the Arkham series a lot, the Batman Arkham series, so I got really
Yeah.
good at fighting in those games.
Oh, pretty. Oh, that was pretty.
But nowadays, even this simple combat system, I didn't learn it very well. I always make mistakes doing things, especially when you get the spirit arrows. I can never fire the spirit arrows right. I always let go of the wrong trigger first. And it's like, I'm gonna fire this arrow at you. Oh, sorry, never mind.
Drop my bow.
Yeah, just drop my bow instead.
Oh. Well, at least at some point you were good at games. I never was super great at playing.
I would never claim that I'm the best at anything in video games either,
Well, I
Always
mean,
very
if you were the
amateur,
best
mediocre.
at stuff, then you would be pro. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't like this will sound very stupid, but I don't like the idea of having too much of anything. So I like just having kind of the right amount. So I always talk about this when I think of anime conventions. So I like going to anime conventions, I like anime, but I don't like the idea of learning so much about certain animes to the extent that where I'm kind of snooty and I'm a know-it-all in it. I just want to know just enough.
Balance in all things, yeah.
But you know, there's like that game on Dropout. It's called Actually, and it's about that. It's about people being smarter than you, yo.
Having more knowledge is
Having
what
more
I'd say.
knowledge than you about nerdy things, which I don't really like. I like knowing them, but I don't know.
You don't feel like you have to prove it, or
I would never try to be an expert in anything that's, I guess, pop culture. I only just, like I said, I just wanted to know enough. Just wanted to know enough.
Would you ever want to be an expert in anything then?
It went through here, but we can't get past.
You should. I always
Like
feel like
what?
you should be. You should try to be an expert in
Can we
anything
get rid
stuff.
of it so we can get through?
I don't know. Probably if I had picked a career earlier in life, I would want to be an expert in that. Earlier in life, I did want to be an artist. I planned to go to art school, but I never went. So that's the only thing I really thought of trying to be an expert in.
I guess that makes sense.
I mean, one of the things that I do in life, I pick many things to do. So right now, like, right? I technically,
Jack of all trades.
I mean, for like, take work life for example, I do more than one job, right? I have my main job, then I have like 3 side jobs. You know, I try to do a lot of things at one time, so it's hard to become an expert.
Yeah, Jack of all trades, master of none.
Master of, is that the thing that people say?
Yeah,
Master of none?
Yeah, that's how the whole phrase goes.
Oh,
Jack of all trades, master of none.
I didn't know that. I thought Jack of all trades was an expert in everything.
No, that would be like an ace in all trades.
Oh,
But a jack in all trades is master of none.
I get it.
There's a lot of sayings like that that have extras that you don't really know. Like curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back.
I didn't catch that Jack of all trades was referring to the playing card, or like the person that is a jack. What is a jack anyways? Right? Do you know the answer to that?
I don't really know. I assume it's like a court position, but I don't really have any
Right?
idea.
I know what a king is and I know what a queen is, but what is a jack?
I assume it's like a knight or something,
I don't know.
but I have no idea.
I don't know. We'll just leave it at that. There you go.
If you do know, put it in the comments so we can find out.
Here in this part, they're explaining what the forest tears are. So they're those plants. They grow a little tear that pops out, and it turns the rot spirits into this
It's like a school of
spirit
fish.
form. Yeah, and then as you level up, that spirit form will grow bigger too. It will start becoming more of an actual beast.
Oh, a beast.
I mean, in my
Are-
my playthroughs, it is still just a head.
Okay, I was gonna say, can you tell from the head? Is it more like a wolf kind of thing, or
It's
an
more of
antlered
a-
kind of thing?
It's an antlered thing. So I know I will comment in one of the videos later on that it looks like, it reminds me of in Princess Mononoke when they cut the head of the forest spirit off, and like it comes out and it's like, you know, the head is just like moving around.
Yeah.
It looks like that.
Oh, really?
Except it's, you know, it looks like that.
But pretty, not
corporeal-
scary.
Yeah, it looks like that thing that they transformed into just now.
Yeah. That's sort of cool. I know this is supposed to be like your special vision or whatever, but it just looks like nighttime.
Yeah, I'm really bad at using it too.
Like you forget to use it a lot.
Yeah, in the the video later on when I encounter the other forest shrines, I knew I got stuck on a certain shrine. I didn't know how to solve the puzzle for it, but then when we had a recording that got lost, and it was all 3 of us watching me play this
Yeah.
game. And when I went to that section, I said, "You guys, I don't understand how the puzzle works, and I don't know how to solve it." And then my brother just says, "Oh, well, just look around and you'll find the clue." And then he just looks, "Oh yeah, right there. There's the clue. So do this, this, and this." And then he does it. And then after that, I explained to him how the mask worked, and he was like, "Yeah, why don't you just use the mask and look at this area?" And then we did it, and I was like, "See,
And it like
look,
highlights the thing that he pointed
there's
out.
the answer." They told you the answer. You just have to look at the mask. But I think in all of these earlier, like maybe the first hour or two, I barely ever used a mask in the right place.
That's
Over here,
funny.
Tina, there's something in the ground. I bet
What's
it
in the
was
ground?
here.
So now they're showing us the mechanic to
Let's look
let
around.
the spirit tears grow. So you'll have to find some sort of water to throw on them, which is just this bucket right now.
You just have to water the spirits, or
I assume it's some kind of special water because they can carry it like that.
huh?
See, they're carrying that. I assume it's water of some kind, but I guess that could be wrong too.
I mean, it could just be water, but they have their own magic to carry the water, so you don't need a container.
If that had worked, if there was something back there, I would have said, "Pro tip: in every video game, when there's a waterfall, walk through it." But there was nothing back there.
I mean, it's always a good thing to try in video games, it seems like, because there's always a chance that something's behind the waterfall.
There's always a chance. I also have a really hard time controlling this form. Because the controls for this is you can still move Kana around with the left stick, but once that spirit tier is activated, the right stick becomes the control for the rot spirits. So you don't have any more
Camera control.
camera control. I mean, they are controlling the camera,
Look how cute they
but it also has to look at both Kana and what they are doing, what the rot spirits are doing. Alright guys, thanks for joining us on this playthrough of Kana Bridge of Spirits.
That was a pretty cool backflip.
That's all we have time for today. I hope you guys have a good night, and join us on the next video.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Aw, cute.